There we go.
Was like old times.
It is.
Do I look in the camera? Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Hi.
Hi. I don't even remember how we started these.
Well, hey, it's 2 beans. Or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I got to make sure I breathe away from the arms. As you're talking.
If you want to pull it back like a little bit too.
Yeah, but then I feel like I picked
then you
everybody's
gotta-
audio.
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm like, but I'll just be, while you're talking.
That's okay. It's part of the charm. The sound of 2 beans breathing.
There, yeah. You ever heard the bean breathe?
That was my favorite post-rock album, The Sound of 2 Beans Breathing.
Sound of silence, but it's just 2 beans singing it.
You're like, well, hi, everybody.
Hey!
I clipped that one. Ooh.
You did a little bit. A little loud. We're going to need to take it down just a notch. All right. Hi, how you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
We are the 2 beans, and we're back.
The 2 beans
Kind
are
of.
trying again.
2 beans, completely original podcast idea of 2 dudes sitting in a basement talking about things.
Yes.
Never been done before.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like this before.
I've never experienced a podcast with that, and I just think that it's really great that we're taking such a bold approach to this.
And I'm really proud of us for totally innovating and doing something
This is
new
very-
and fresh.
Definitely
and-
not rebooting this at all.
No,
Yeah.
and I mean, like, podcasting. Who knew that we were making the first podcast ever?
This is the very first original 2 dudes in a podcast.
2 dudes locked in a podcast. Well, hi.
Hi.
We're back.
Kind of. Yes. Mm-hmm. For sure. Back. So how you doing?
That's what we're doing today. Is we're gonna do a how you doing, kind of like both just us, like how you doing, and
It's been 4 years. 4 years.
I think probably almost 4 years, close to the date of when we recorded the last one, because I think like the last one like came out like sometime in like January of 22 or something.
Yeah, because we did what 2 seasons, and then because we made it bigger than what it actually was, so we had seasons.
Hey, I mean,
We did.
we took a break and we came back, and
We
each time
took a break.
I call that a season.
Yeah. This is the 3rd season.
Yeah. Did you guys ever think we'd be here? We're on season 3
Did
of 2
all
Beans.
5 of our listeners think we were coming back?
Oh yeah, buddy, we're so back.
We're so back.
We're 1 season past the amount of beans.
Yeah, this is monumental. Never been done before. A 3rd podcast has hit this has hit the beans.
We've made the 3rd podcast ever.
A 3rd season has hit the beans.
We're coming at you with not your traditional this or that dualism. We're here for non-dualism and erecting the 3rd thing, the 3rd bean,
The 3rd tower.
the 3rd tower.
3rd bean tower. Okay, so anyway, 4 years, essentially. 3 to 4 years.
I think so.
What have you been up to?
So when we last left off, it's like I have to look at notes. It's my own line. I'm like, what did I do? No, so at that time, I was just starting my journey in management of Starbucks. I hadn't even started like training assistant manager yet. I was like just getting ready to like go do that. So I did that for basically up until September of this year. I was assistant manager for a year or so, and then was store manager for like 3 years.
Okay.
And okay. It was an
You're taking a break.
experience.
So you're taking a break right now, right?
Yeah. So right now I am on a coffee break. After you've been with Starbucks for 10 years, they let you like take up to a year off if you want to.
Yeah, just kind of like, hey, you started this really 10 years is a lot of time. Is this what you want to do with your life? Kind of break.
Yeah, I mean, they're
Or
not
just a
usually.
break.
Yeah, they give it to you as like it's like considered like a leave of absence, but you have like kind of different like things you can like categories. But I mean, essentially, it's just one of like the advantages of like working there is like once you hit a certain threshold, you can take time off, and you're guaranteed like you can come back, and you still have like your benefits and all of that stuff. So I was like taking this time off, both to like kind of spend time like here at home, with Jenna and family around here. And then, yeah, just get a little bit of a re-navigation on life. Doing the management thing was very, very time consuming and very, emotional consuming and in anything and everything. And it, helped show me things that, I would just showed me like the true like kind of path that I should be taking. Sometimes you're going along in a certain direction and you're like, hey, I'll try this. And then you get signs sometimes that are like, this is perfect. Keep doing this.
Yeah,
It's great.
yeah.
And other times you get a lot of signs that are like, are you sure? Are you sure?
Yeah.
But ultimately, I'm super proud of myself for both like for getting there, because I had thought about like management for a really long time and never really thought it was something that was either like achievable or B, like just didn't think I was like kind of worthy of it.
Yeah.
So just like getting there, and I know I can beat up on myself a lot. Like we're all like our own worst critics and stuff.
Well, let's not. I'm joking.
You're like, I'll be your worst critic.
Don't underestimate my critique skills.
No, and I'm sure there's probably a few people that worked underneath me. They're like, oh, I could be a way worse critic. So yeah, shout out to everybody who worked with and around me over the last few years, because it was a long journey, and really I feel like the last few years have all been kind of a culmination of like just a lot of things have been ending and a lot of things that I needed to unlearn, and this was just a big part of it. So it's while there was a lot of aspects that was like, man, what the heck is going on here? Yeah. I'm grateful that I got to be here and do what I need to do and like learn some hard lessons along the way, because there was some stuff that was just like, probably had I not gone through that experience, I would, I don't know, just be less aware of a lot of things. There's just a lot of specific stuff that was like, hey, this is something like your whole life that's always been a challenge, and here it is like dialed up on max. Let's see what you can do with it.
This is something that you actually need to do for this, and it's something that's maybe not your strong suit. So you're like, oh, I actually have to figure this out. I can't just coast on this or like get away without getting better at this.
Yeah. And not that I ever felt like coasting along, but I don't think I'd ever had anything in my life that like pushed me that hard. Like, when you're responsible all of a sudden for like 20 people, right? And a lot of that stuff, it really like puts you through your paces. Right,
because you gotta be. I mean, you're just not gonna always be. You gotta get really used to like being on your toes and always ready and responsible, even when you have days when it's like, I can't do one of those things, or like I don't have the bandwidth to do this, but you have to, because you don't have like there's no choice. There is no choice.
Yeah, I mean, I think ultimately that's kind of what got to it. It's just like, unless I was on like a vacation, like I was never really truly off. Like there's always just like that aspect of like something could happen, someone could call out, all that kind of stuff. And I just kind of got to a point where, you know, and it's not all like that. There was several other signs that were all kind of pointing to like, it's time for a reevaluation. Yeah. So it was definitely not like, I know at the time I was like, oh man, this is hard.
Yeah.
But yeah, like just a lot of different like things that was kind of pointing to like, hey, it's time to reset, recalibrate, and figure some stuff out. So I don't know exactly where quite yet, but I know I'm coming back as a barista, and I'm just gonna go do that while I work on focusing on like Monster Cave Studios. I'm actually gonna be like putting together something that's gonna be
Nice.
things. So I've been working really hard on mixing and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So yeah, that brings it back around to kind of here. And I mean, there's other stuff along the way, but
Right.
that's the general overview. What about you? What have you been up to?
I mean, a lot of tough lessons as well. Moved to Minnesota. So yeah, career wise, I took a chance. I got a really good opportunity to go move up to Minnesota, which is something I always kind of was like, this would be cool if I could do. Like Minnesota specifically, I really like it up there. I like being cold. It's up in the north. Like,
Do you like being cold?
I do like being cold. Yeah, and like it's a state that like I just fit with a lot. So a job opened up and I kind of like investigated it and it worked out and it was like, oh, like it was something like leaving Wichita, leaving Kansas was never really like I wouldn't say it was on the table, but I got to a point in life where I was like, this isn't what I have to do. Like, I don't have to leave. Like, I like it here. I like everything here. But then also just kind of like, if that opportunity popped up that I could leave, I'd be also like, yeah, like I'm ready to stay or leave. I don't need either one.
Yeah.
And, so I ended up getting the opportunity. So I left. I moved out, about close 3 years ago, a little over 3 years ago. And, was great. I learned a lot career wise, really pushed me. A lot of responsibility going from like a nonprofit, working for like through the school that I do my job with, which is I'm an engineer. I test airplanes, like parts. I make sure that they live through like environmental stuff. So like when an airplane gets struck by lightning, I test that stuff. And I went from essentially being like just a really good technician to going up there and I was just a senior technician, but there was some responsibilities and stuff that ended up kind of really pushing me. And now I feel like you get thrown the engineering title sometimes. And I was kind of like imposter syndrome, just kind of like, I'm not really an engineer. Like didn't go to school, don't have a degree. I did go to school. I went to tech school, but,
You got that education.
I do have an education but like there was kind of like it always just felt like that's just a way for you to give me like more money. That's a job title. That's not really like I'm not actually an engineer. But going up there, working for the company that I did for about 3 years, and them being more that's a for profit. Like it's like we're here to make money, and there's like a whole level of different professionalism. There's a whole like just a different vibe of like you are a cog in this machine that has to.
You're working for kind of a different goal. Like might be doing like similar work, but
right, like it's all for safety. Same thing with where I worked, and it's all for the we're there. It's very important, safety in aviation and making sure planes stay up outside of the Boeing stuff, which is none of our stuff. And I know when airplanes go down, it's kind of strange. Like I'm gonna go off the rails a little bit, but it's when airplanes go down, it's funny. It's like people are like airplanes right now are like, well, they're not safe. I'm like, well, hold on, like they are. It's just when one goes down, it doesn't happen often, so that one gets put under the microscope.
Yeah,
and there's a ton of investigations and safety concern, all these things that happen that because it is a very big deal. So it makes it seem like, oh, well, these are no longer unsafe. I was like, no, they are probably less safe than they were back in the day for other reasons. But our job is to like make sure these airplanes can stay up and like they can survive the environmental conditions they get exposed to. So anyway, yeah, I went up there.
More dangerous, like from like a bureaucratic like standpoint.
Yeah. So anyway, up there, it's very stressful, and I tend to work a lot. Like I love working. I love what I do. It's what I'm good at. Work is kind of like a hobby. As I always see it as like it's my career and it's a hobby. So it's really easy for me to just sink time in. And I think after a while, like I just was working I was working a lot before I went up there, but I was working a lot up there. And it just was expensive to live up there. And I just got a good opportunity to come back and help out the company that I left.
Yeah.
Helping them out, getting some stuff going, getting some stuff. They're like, oh, we really need another senior person coming back or coming here. And they're like, would you be interested? And I was kind of like, yeah, because like I was missing home. Like I probably saw my parents twice a year.
Yeah.
And I never really came back because it was expensive to come back.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
And I had 3-4 dogs at that point, which is way too many dogs.
And it's like just traveling like with having like a job, like, and especially going like more than just like a couple of hours or something like that.
Right.
It's
like I got that drive down, but it's a rough drive. Like you lose an entire day to that drive. It's like 12 hours. I can get it down to 10 and a half.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, just stressful up there, and so you're like kind of like constantly and you're just not able to do things.
Yeah.
And so got the opportunity to come back, and my parents were awesome, and they're like, hey, like we'll help you. Like we can get, if this is what you want, we'll help you. Don't worry about it, we'll help you. So extremely lucky that I got that opportunity and that I have fantastic parents that allowed me to take that opportunity.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. Now,
look at us learning things.
well, yeah, I mean, like, even this, like, we're just coming back to this, it was kind of like.
Oh, yeah. I really, like, had to think through. I was like, how many different things did we, like, put together for, like, even just, like, this, like, basic stuff?
Right. Well, like, I mean, this is our first one back in 4 years, so I wouldn't. For listeners at home, our production's not going to be. We're just getting back into the hang of this thing. But like, I mean, we made quite a bit of mistakes the first bit ago. I think it was just total burnout by the end of the second season. That it was like, we were over ambitious and made it bigger than what it actually was. And it was. What's funny is that we communicated to each other that we didn't want it to be bigger than what it was, and then just would constantly
and both of us were just like, but what if we did this?
Yeah, like it was.
Oh yeah, I know. I mean, like that's. I feel like that's kind of a thing that I've been realizing in myself in general is like how many things in my life that I can tend to like set really rigid ideals and boundaries around before like I've even like quite got there. And I've immediately like kind of like locked myself into a box. And for like a long time, I would just be like, oh man, we said we were going to do this thing. And I said I was going to do all these camera angles. And I said I was going to do all this stuff. And I like didn't know how to just be like, maybe you don't have to do it like that.
Right.
Like I just didn't have that voice that was like, hey, it's okay. Like you don't have to do that way.
Yeah. Well, and I've spent like a lot of time like boundaries and how do they affect you and how do they affect like other people, and like good communication of like I'm communicating to you and you're communicating to me, but then there's like follow-up communication. Am I actually listening to you?
Yeah.
And then like boundaries, like when you put up a hard boundary, it can be really rough on somebody that you're putting that boundary up. And so if you're not willing to communicate. Yeah, boundary
unspoken boundaries then is what creates like.
Right. Like that boundary now can hurt somebody. And like it's okay for you to have a boundary that is a hard set boundary. And if it's not hurting anybody, by all means, you don't owe anybody explanations. But if it's somebody that you care about and it's like, I'm putting this up and they're hurt by it, I've also noticed that with myself of like, I'll put up a boundary, or maybe I'll put like a boundary and then like, because I'm not confrontational.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not willing to like stand like right up and be like, nope, you can't cross this.
Yeah.
So I've gotten pretty good about that. I've gotten better and just working on my communication skills, where I've kind of learned like right now it's in this like, I'm going to over communicate.
Yeah.
And then also like being able to be more aware of like the people you're communicating with and like how they're reacting, and trying to like kind of understand where they're at. If the
Like,
right.
I think it's absolutely healthy to have whatever boundaries that are necessary for you to be healthy and comfortable with like whatever you're doing. And it's like, and they may not always have to be like certain boundaries, you know, like some things are like temporary. It's like, hey, for right now, I'm doing like this thing, and that's where I'm at. And then, yeah, like you don't owe anybody any responsibility to feel any certain way about things. Like if someone's upset about the way that you're doing, as long as you're not hurting anybody else, like then that's
Right. Like there's,
that's their stuff. And that's one of the things I've been like also trying to learn, because it's like, especially like having to like lead people and all of that stuff. I already like had enough of a complex about like what people think about me and like all of that stuff. And yeah, like in those moments you're like, oh, okay. This is really like, can you do this differently? And it's like you just can't quite do that if that's how you're, you know, like what your job is.
Right. But there's also a level of like when you're like a boss or a manager, like you do actually have to be able to be like, I actually need you to do this. Like I get that you have a thing, you want to do it this way, or maybe it's again, it's this thing of like, well, I have a boundary. And as a boss and manager, it's kind of like if an employee's boundary is preventing them from doing a thing that you need them to do, that's probably a very tough situation.
Yeah. And then on like the flip side of it too, it's just like learning how to like, if I have to like either deliver feedback or, you know, like talk about something that I know is not going to be like fun to talk about, learning to be okay with their response not being okay.
Yeah, like it's perfectly okay for you to be like, I don't think you're doing this well. Yeah. And then this person be like, well, I think I am. And that upsets me. And you have to be kind of like, both parties have to kind of be like, yep.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. And circling back to your thing about communication, that's also, it's like really learning how to like effectively communicate. I didn't realize just how hard it is to be a good communicator.
Oh yeah.
Like, it's like one thing if you're just like kind of chit chatting with people, especially when it's like people that you know and you're comfortable with, but all of a sudden when it's like somebody that you're, you know, you might even see every day, but you may not have like a huge rapport with, it's always like in any social situation for me, that's always difficult. Like just getting to know someone, but then especially when there's like hierarchy or rules or like stuff like that, then it's like, oh, this is like such a different ball game. And it was one of those like wake up calls where it was like, you don't know that until you're like in it. Oh,
right. Well,
that's what that feels like.
Yeah. And like communication, like I want to say we're in such a world now where it's like, you have people who are just like, and this is okay. I want to make sure that like who are very much like, these are my boundaries and you're not crossing them. And I'm not open to discussion. And that's like, that's 100% okay. Mm-hmm. But it does make it difficult if you have other people who are like, because like you're going to lose interactions with people that maybe aren't trying to hurt you, but you have such hard boundaries or like, and again, communication is going into like being able to communicate your boundaries well to somebody, and being able to be like, this is going to hurt you and I'm sorry, but this is my boundary, or just
Yeah, so like
communicating
both
bad.
parties need to be like, especially if that's like communicated, like, okay, like I'm putting up this boundary and this boundary might isolate me, like, and be okay with that. And
Yeah,
then,
you have to be kind of make your peace with that.
yeah.
It's okay that that's the way it is.
Yep.
It's just,
If you put it up and other people don't respond in the way that is whatever, then it's like, again, that's their stuff.
that is their stuff. And but you can't be mad at them.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Like, so anyway, learning that or just really putting like such emphasis, because I'm an only child. So like I didn't really have to do communications and stuff like outside of friendships and stuff. But like I've always just was like with friendships, it's like, well, they're great. They're somebody you care about, but they're not like the level of like communication that would be like a relationship.
Right. Yeah.
Right. Like that's a different level. Because friends and stuff, it's like, we got to fight. Yep. Let's just not talk to each other for like a week or a month, like. But a relationship is like, no. So like, just, we're going to communicate. And then just being a senior test engineer at my job and just like learning how to like communicate and like learning different communication styles for different people. And I'm training people. So it's like, okay, this person learns like this. And there's a level of like, when you're kind of training somebody, you kind of have to do it a certain way and then learn how they learn. And that sometimes the way that they learn maybe isn't conducive to actually learning the job well.
Yeah. Yeah. That can also be hard where it's just like, is that, this is what's here. And I'm so sorry. This is the criteria you got to meet
That's so
to
tough.
have the job. And I'm sorry.
Because then you're like, well, shit, like, what do I do? And like, yeah. So that's the new thing. That's the thing that I'm working on.
Yeah.
Since the Minnesota stuff.
Yeah. But hey.
And we just got deep. So Two Beans just got deep.
Yeah, this is Two Beans therapy.
Deep.
Yeah, Two Beans go deep.
Two Beans talk. They're talking about therapy when they should have no business talking about therapy. Phrasing for me. I don't know.
Did you say roomy?
Roomy? What?
Did you say phrasing roomy?
Phrasing for me.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying like you're paraphrasing Rumi, who's like a ancient Eastern like spiritual like guru type of thing. And I was like, oh, you're pulling some deep stuff. I love it.
Nope.
Paraphrasing Rumi.
All surface level. Surface level content from this bean.
Two beans on the surface.
A third bean.
Third bean emerges.
From the surface. Okay. So yeah, I mean, that's what I've pretty much been into. I mean, hobbies wise, because we did a lot of hobbies and collecting things. I got really into 40K.
Yeah, tell me about 40Ks. I really don't know much about that.
I don't think I should actually talk about the lore because I'm going to butcher it so bad that all the 40K people are going to just hate us. So
maybe that's how we get views, is we get like a lot of 40K hate.
Rage bait 40K people.
We just title this, we know everything about 40K. Two beans, no 40K.
I don't think those people need therapy. Or maybe they really do need therapy. No, I mean, I got into like so before I left, we were getting into some of I did tabletop, but it was a World War II tabletop. Really enjoyed the modeling part of it. Just building models, putting together models. It allows me to put creativity into something. And then it's very quick to be like, I did this creative effort and I got a finished product.
Yeah.
That I really enjoy. And I'm able to grow at and try different things and still get a reward at the end.
Right.
Whereas like it's like a big thing. Like some people have big hobbies where, maybe they have that ability to like work on a car for like 4 months.
Oh, yeah, like that patience of like.
Yeah, and they're like, Whereas like for me, it's like, I need 4 hours. I need a thing that does 4 hours.
Yeah, that I can have at least some sort of payoff at the end and
Right.
be like, that was worth it.
I want to pay off at the end of the night when I finish it up and I'm like, yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
So I got into that. And then when I moved to Minnesota, the group that I was starting to get into that with, we played maybe once in the 3 years that I came back and played a game. So I really got into the modeling portion of it. And so now it's just unhinged right now of just like, yes, I want this model. I want this model. I want this model. I have like a ton of different like models. I'm a Tyranid player.
Oh.
So, in 40K, you kind of have different factions. You have like the humans, which they have a bunch of different little factions. And you got the kind of the main characters of it, which would be the Space Marines.
Okay.
And led by the Emperor. And then you have Chaos, which is kind of like you have the 4 gods of chaos, and there was a heresy where Space Marines splintered and a group of Space Marines went into chaos and stuff like that. And so like those are kind of like your good and bad, but like in 40K, everybody's bad. There is no such thing as a good person in 40K.
You all just start on the bad end.
Grim, dark future, you know?
Yeah.
That's what they call it. There is no such thing as a good guy in 40K, but you have better guys than these guys. And so where Tyranids kind of fit in and where I kind of aligned with was they're kind of a force of nature. So they're just kind of this like thing of bugs.
Yeah.
That come into the galaxy and they just eat.
Okay.
And they adapt, and that's their thing. That's their shtick. They're just there to like just to consume, and like that's like they're just their primal instinct, and they're just basically a force of nature. Which I kind of like. Like they're not good or bad. They do bad things.
Yeah, yeah.
But
so it's kind of neutral-ish, and then
it's not like an evil.
Yeah.
It's this is just what this is this thing. This is this thing, and it's just doing this to survive.
Yeah.
And it's bad for people. But anyway, so I've been putting together, I have a pretty big Tyranid list. I do have a Chaos army, and I'm putting together my 3rd army right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and those are Space Marines, a faction of Space Marines.
And so, like, when you guys like meet up in whatever way that you do, is it then like there's kind of like a storyline? You guys are acting that out with.
Do that. We have talked about doing a campaign, where your armies, but mostly it's just like skirmish scenario based. So like you put your models on the board, they put their models on the board. You have things, and you have primary and secondary things that you got to do, and you just smoosh, make them kiss.
Okay. Is it kind of like chess in a way where it's like I do a move, you do a move?
Yeah, a little. Yeah, I mean, essentially, yeah. But it's more like I have my entire turn. I move, shoot, do things, and then they have their turn where they move, shoot, and so like it's a lot of like, you know, with the primary and secondaries, you're scoring. So it's not just about like, well, my models are going to kiss your models harder, and they're going to fly off the board. My models have to do other things.
I feel like we could do some great fan fiction.
Now make them kiss.
Make them
I always
kiss.
say that my bugs are just like hugs. So, yeah. So that's been really fun. And I like what I'll do when I paint is I just listen to people talk about the lore. Kind of starting to think about getting into the books. Just because I do like reading a lot. I've been trying to read more.
Oh, yeah.
Instead of just watch content and people telling me their opinions all day.
Oh, my God.
I like reading, and I've been trying to just read and be articulate again and get that sort of my brain.
I really feel like over this like last year, I've been so aware of like, as I sit down and watch content, both just being like, I've been watching YouTube for like forever.
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, you just sometimes feel like, I think I've watched everything I really need to watch.
Right.
You're just like, I think I've seen enough content for right now. I don't need anything else in my brain. I still will sit down and watch more because what else am I going to do? But yeah, no, I've been feeling that
too. I got rid of TikTok
Nice.
I can't do it. And I was kind of, and right now everything's like so, because I feel like TikTok's kind of like rewiring our brains a little bit. And I don't think and I think AI is doing the same thing. And I don't think we're going to know the repercussions of those two things and what they've done to us as a society until, that those studies and things pop up.
I don't even think we really have a full grasp on just like what the internet has done to the human species, like even in just like the last 20 years. Cause I mean, you just went from kind of only knowing what was going on in your local circle with like kind of your local things. And then you have your TV and the major radio stations that you would get stuff from. And like, that's what people just kind of knew. If you wanted more, you went to the library on that specific topic that you wanted to do.
You're in her DMs. I called her home phone and her dad picked up.
I had to ask the scary man. Is she home?
And I don't even say that to be like that in my day. Like, I think it makes access, it gives people access to things and gives people access to people.
Oh yeah.
But I do think there's some unnecessary things that's coming with that. So.
I'm grateful that like by the time I got into like high school and was like getting some confidence to, like try to talk to girls, I didn't like have to call the home phone. Like most of the time they had a cell phone at some point.
Yeah.
Cause if I had to do the whole like, call, hey, is Betsy home? Can we sit and talk on the phone for a couple hours?
Right. Yeah. Or like, I'd like to speak to your daughter. Hello, I'm the mouth breather trying to ask out your daughter. Oh, hi.
Is Sandra home?
Is Sandra Bullock here? No, this is Patrick.
Oh, this is the wrong number. I knew that wasn't her. Damn it.
Hey, Sandra, you gotta call again.
Yeah. But yeah.
Off of YouTube.
And decommissioned. Find us on...
We're gonna be on Patreon.
Yeah, Patreon only. Oh. What else you got?
Movies.
Yes.
So.
Tell me about movies.
Movies. Well, I like them.
Oh, did you?
They're really cool. I mean, I don't know if you've ever seen. They're moving pictures.
Really?
Yeah, they're great.
So they just stack up one picture at a
there's
time?
people moving on the line.
That's amazing.
It's also one of my favorite jokes is the Vince Vaughn joke from it's like him and Owen Wilson are working for Google. And he's like trying to like they're old. That's the whole point of the movie of them just being these like old interns working for Google. And they at the beginning it's like, what if we just take it and we put it on the line? He's just saying, no, we're gonna put it on the line. So that's one of my favorite jokes.
Is that Wedding Crashers?
No, that's not Wedding If it's Wedding Crashers, I didn't actually watch Wedding Crashers.
I don't.
Yeah. But yeah, no, for movies, I have been brain off movies kind of sometimes. Like, which I think that's probably a theme. Like, my humor has been like, I just really like brain off theme. Yeah. Video games kind of just like, I can turn my brain off and just have fun.
Yeah.
But that's probably because of my job. my job is heavily like brains on all the time.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, for movies, I've seen a lot. Recently, I think we talked about Frankenstein, which you haven't seen.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. I'm like the Frankenstein guy. And
I know. I shook hands with Frankenstein in the back.
Yeah, he's on my arm. I almost forgot.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, it's good. It's good. I mean, I think like, is it the best movie ever? No. Is it Guillermo del Toro? Is it his best movie ever? No. Guillermo.
It's not Guillermo.
No, it's like Guillermo.
Was it Guillermo?
Guillermo, yeah, I think so.
I like Guillermo.
Guillermo.
Two beans can't read.
Two beans are illiterate.
Oh, sorry. I have to quick cite I'll button back up real quick. I was watching James Bond, and he was with a girl, and she was like walking him around, and I don't know, he does this thing where he like, he seduces her or whatever.
Yeah.
And like the line that she says is he's like getting ready to like take her, and she's like, well, it's a good thing I can't read. I was like, is that really what she just said? Oh yeah.
I always think of Brad Pitt and Quentin Tarantino's like, I speak a little Italian. Like every time I say anything like
Arrivederci.
I'm like, when I try to pronounce something, I'm like, that is me. Like I'm like, I try really hard, and I've like am a little like self-conscious about it, but like at some point I just think of Brad Pitt doing it, and I'm like, yeah, that's just what I do. Like that's just quintessential American.
I'm giving you my best. I'm just not very smart.
Yeah, at some point you're just gonna have to realize that I'm dumb, and that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
But no, it's a beautiful movie. Oscar Isaac definitely does a really good job. And I think he, I guess, does a really good job of like giving you the monster side of it. So like, it's not all about Dr. Frankenstein. It's about the monster and their stories kind of intertwining, and the repercussions of that thing that Dr. Frankenstein does. So I'd say it's good.
Yeah,
it's good. But I will say this year has probably been like one of the best years for horror movies. So I think part of maybe what didn't help it was that it came out in a movie. It's a monster horror flick that came out during a really good year for original horror movies.
Yeah.
And it's just not that.
Right.
And that's okay. But like, I go from watching Weapons, Sinners, Robert Eggers' Dracula is really good. So good.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Yeah.
Weapons is fantastic. There was a couple others I think that came out, but like Weapons was probably my favorite of the year.
I still need to watch that one now.
Weapons is so good.
Like I love that it's Zach Rager. Like I just didn't make that.
I know.
connection.
Every time I like have people watch it, I'm like, that guy's from Whitest Kids You Know, and most people are like, I don't know what that is, and I'm like,
You're like, oh man, I got to find the right skit
like,
for you.
I know, but it's so hard to find the right skit because it's
I know.
half of it's just not even in the right.
You gotta really trust the person you're showing Whitest Kids You Know content to be like, please don't judge me. This was 2007. Okay.
It's 1080. It's not 1080p.
Yeah. They have a YouTube channel now. And there for a while, like, because they would just live stream, and which periodically they do that, where it's just like all the episodes in order, just like going. Right. But at the beginning of them, they always put like, don't take any of our silly skits too seriously, because these were not made with like any kind of like sensitivity in mind or anything like that. I mean,
the best skit that you could probably show anybody is the John Williams skit.
Oh my god.
It's so good. But I will say that with the way content is nowadays, with like shorts and TikTok, it's a long skit.
Yeah.
And that even I myself, who loves that skit, has like, it's the same thing with Dear Sister, where it's like after 2 minutes, everybody's like, this is still going.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh. Okay,
yeah, it's crazy how time, like, and kind of like you said with like TikTok, like it really warps that, like,
yeah.
That's what content is now, is like this sometimes less than 30-second blurb.
And so it's hard now to be like, well, Whitest Kids You Know, and then, but obviously doesn't have anything to do with Weapons. But so I did watch that one too. So I watched Nosferatu and Sinners. Both great.
Yeah.
Sinners is great because it's like, it's just another kind of folklore, different version of vampires.
Okay.
Which I think I think vampires got such a bad rap with Twilight.
Yeah.
And I will say Twilight kind of has come back into which is good for Twilight. I've never watched Twilight.
We should watch those.
We should.
They're a fun time.
Yeah, but I and I'm not, and like I said, I'm not like a like that stuff, sparkly vampires, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's not my thing.
Yeah.
I love vampires. They're just cool, and like the different folklores, and like I watched they remade that Stephen King. It's a book that they made into a movie, and then there was like another movie with Rob Lowe.
Welcome to Dairy.
They did do that. Shoot,
Dairy Queen.
Dairy Queen. Shoot, what's it called?
Hey Ma, can you take me to Dairy Queen?
Hey Ma, I need to go to Dairy Queen. But there's a movie with it's a, my gosh. I also watched Midnight Mass, which has been out for a little bit, but that's a TV series on Netflix, also about vampire. So I just got into like vampire movies for like a sec.
Yeah.
Just going down the line.
Yeah.
All right. We both have been you have been getting into something that I did when I was younger. Didn't really do ever. Maybe occasionally found one. I'm like, yes, that's one I like. Pokemon cards.
Yes.
How have you enjoyed? Because again, I'd done mine since when I was a kid, so it's a nostalgia hit for me.
Yeah.
To be like, yes, this cool card that I had when I was a kid. Maybe I still have it, or it's a different version. Artwork's really cool. So for you, how is it? Just getting into that.
Yeah,
hobby.
It's kind of different. Because I didn't really do Pokemon very much. Like, I think I had a few Yu-Gi-Oh cards, which is what I kind of started with. And that was very much just like, all the other kids in my class got these. I'll take these and I'll have them in a little box on my desk.
I also had a lot of Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I played Yu-Gi-Oh when I was in high school.
Yeah.
So, anyway.
I never learned, but I was like, Blue Eyes White Dragon's a cool card.
Dark Magician.
Yeah, I was excited about that. But yeah, no, it's really fun. I had no idea how many Pokemon there were. So that's like crazy.
Not only you like getting into the card part, you're just getting a whole like drinking out of a fire hose of Pokemon kind of thing. Like
being married to Jenna, who like has also been collecting for a long time and knows a lot of the lore, played a lot of the video games, like just tons of like knowledge, and also like just now in general, like Pokemon's so big and there's so many resources and just like all this stuff that's out there. But it's pretty cool. Like sometimes I feel a little overwhelmed because I'm like, there's still some times where like you and Jenna might be talking about something. I'm like, I'm not following what's going on there. But like, I get it now more than like I used to, especially like going and watching some of the content and stuff.
Let's say we watched Forever. No. We watched a movie. Latios and Latias. It's where
it's whatever that DVD over there I can't read is.
Ash has a crush on a Pokemon.
Yeah. Yes.
Latias.
He sims for that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I get it now, and the characters are just a lot of fun, and I definitely think had I both like watched it when I was a kid and maybe just like, I don't know, as a kid I was kind of pessimist, so stuff like really bright colors and like fun things, I was just like whatever.
Well, yeah.
But yeah, like I really enjoy it, and it is fun like looking at the cards. I definitely see why it's like so addicting, because it's low-key gambling, like if you're doing like pulling the packs and stuff,
right? Yeah.
But it's fun, like finding characters and just being like, oh, that's cool. I love like when we'll see that one, and especially like unless you're getting like a super crazy card, like you can usually find fun cards from like $1 to $5, and you're like, oh,
right.
Yeah.
You're like, I like the art. Yeah.
I like a lot of the
Gengar's your dude, right?
Gengar is pretty cool, but I've had to like kind of pump the brakes, especially seeing like how crazy a lot of his cards are. But like
he's taken off.
Yeah,
the man has gone places.
He really has. And it's like, yeah, some of those like old cards, like some of the e-readers and stuff. Oh, Jenna's mom just texted her the other day because there was an article, like what is the CGC? Is that the thing that grades the cards or whatever?
Yeah.
CGC 10 Hollow e-reader Gengar sold for like $30,000. And she was like, "Do you have this one?" No, we don't.
Well, collecting nowadays is so difficult. Because this is when I probably was more into Pokemon card collecting probably 10 years ago. I mean, you guys have kind of got me back into it. But that's more of like I'm no longer buying stuff off like eBay or anything. Like back in the day, I would go look on like eBay or somewhere and be like, I'm looking for a specific card. I'm going to find it. And now with you guys, it's been more like, I'm not really into that. I like just going to a place and being like, okay, what do I find?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
yeah, I really enjoy those shows.
Yeah, the shows are fun. But back in the day, it was a lot easier to be like, I want this. Like a lot of my cards that I have, you saw a lot of my cards of like, some of them are old that you've probably looked at them and they're $50 to $100 now. And I'm like, yeah, I only got them for like $5 because I bought it 10 years ago where people didn't, number one, they didn't take off like they have.
Yeah.
And also I think people understand selling stuff now way better. Consequences of the internet.
Yeah. Everybody knows how to do like that stuff really well because there's all kinds of resources.
You can't just find a box of Pokemon cards anymore at a garage sale and just buy the entire box for $5 and just sort through it.
It's like every once in a while there's still good stuff out there, but like it's just less and less.
You got to go through the garage sales. You got to, and then you're hunting for garage sales.
Yeah.
And you if you're looking for a specific thing, you're walking away from there. And I feel bad showing up to a garage sale and not walking away with something. But I don't want anything.
You're just like, thank you.
Yeah. So the shows have been nice, but the thing about the show, like again, I'm kind of more of an original card collector because those are the ones that I collected when I was kid to young adult. So I have a lot of them. So I'm trying to like complete out my original card sets and stuff.
Yeah.
And so that's made it challenging, which has made it fun. Whereas like if I think you and Jenna kind of like, oh, it's a different version of Gengar than I have.
Yeah.
So I'm like, cool.
I'm kind of more just like character based. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I like the, finding the kind of like special cards of the like items and stuff where it's like,
because nobody
like Great Ball or something like that. But it is annoying because it's like you'll be flipping through and it's like, okay, there's like a regular one and then like, sometimes a holo and then there will be like a full art one and you're like, oh, that's fun, a full art fighting Gong. And then it's like, oh, that one's $15 and it's like, oh, don't pay that much for fighting Gong. Yeah. But oh man, like I found a good one that was like a Ball Man. Like that's my new bread and butter is like funny items because there's a lot of stuff that you look at that and you're like hop sack. I want a full art hop sack. And that fun.
Okay, yeah. Well,
I like Grimer.
You do like Grimer, which is amazing. Yeah, amazing to me.
Yeah, I like the like really like kind of sludgy. Like they look like they smell really bad.
I didn't pick you for a poison type person, but I want to say Jenna did way back in the day because me and her have always been into Pokemon. But so like, I can't remember what I was like. I did like a Pokemon thing like. God, it was a while ago where like you got to build teams and said build gym type leaders and stuff, and I think it might have been during the first time we did. It was during the 2 Bean stuff a while ago, and I was asking people like what was to be your Pokemon, and I think Jenna said Gengar for you. Yeah, and I kind of was like, okay, like because Gengar's ghost and poison.
Oh, okay.
So like it you just and now you love Grimer. And
and I like the whole like evolution of Gengar. Like Ghastly and Haunter. Grimer's good and Muck. And then also like kind of like the more like technological ones. I always butcher the names. Metatite.
Magnemite and Magneton.
Yes. And
There is a Metatite, but it's a fighting type.
Yes. But it's Magnetite.
Yeah.
And Magneton.
And there's a Magnetron. Oops, I dropped this condom from my Magnum dong.
My Magnum gong. But yeah, I like those cards too. Like, they look cool.
I'd say, yeah. I mean, I probably like the more like, my favorite's Houndoom, and that's probably a lot of people's favorites. My favorite typing is Dark type because it's like, they're always the bad guys.
Yeah.
Like, they're always the bad guys Pokemon, so they're generally like, and they're Dark type.
Yeah.
And so it's like, and I'm like, but they're just
a little cooler.
They're just animals. Like,
yeah.
Like, there is no, like, it's like, I love going back to 40K, like, I love Tyranids because they're not good or bad. They're just doing this thing that they do.
Yeah.
And they're a force of nature. Dark types they're just bad guys Pokemon, but they're not bad.
They themselves aren't bad.
They're just doing
the
this
will
thing.
Of bad people. Yeah.
Yeah. And so I love Dark types for that.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah. Misunderstood little cutie boys.
Yeah.
Little cutie thems, boys and gals.
Yes. The whole cutie gang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then there's Slowpoke. I love Slowpoke. He's pink. He's big and pink.
Yes. Big and pink. Genello's pink and round.
That's Slowpoke.
Yeah.
And Slowbro. And I think those two are really my favorite. Slowking's okay.
Yeah.
But Slowpoke is just like, he's just dumb.
Is he?
Brain off all the time. And I love it.
That's great.
Which is all I'm trying to do.
I identify with that one.
I was like, all I want to do is turn my brain off, and like this Pokemon's got it down to a T, and it's a psychic type, so it's like it's very much like brain on kind of, but it's So anyway, I love Slowpoke.
That's awesome. Yeah, I didn't expect it to be like just as crazy as it was, like with Pokemon like blowing up right now.
Because you weren't into it when I left. So was it just a switch that flipped, or you just accompanied Jenna to like a Pokemon card show, or you just watched her do her Pokemon cards and stuff?
I mean, so she's been into Pokemon for a long time, but mostly I would say kind of as we've been together, it's usually like manifest and like playing the games and stuff like that. And so like I'll hang around while she plays the games, but it's kind of like I said, like a lot of it goes in one ear and out the other as far as like what's like kind of going on.
Yeah, like you're taking interest because it's your partner's thing.
Yeah.
But you're not like, I'm not.
It's like when I'm trying to explain like music stuff to her of like, oh, I did this thing and it made it sound like this.
Yeah,
and it's like okay.
Okay.
But so earlier this year, her card gotten totaled and we were needing a new one, and we were just trying to kind of figure out what we could do to like, get a little bit of money, what we could to like kind of help with down payment and stuff. And so Jenna sold a few of her Pokemon cards. And I think ever since that kind of happened, it's re-triggered her wanting to like reclaim some and just kind of get back into it. But also like, that was a good opportunity for her to really look at everything she had. And so she's got like more binders that are like dedicated to like holding the cards and like taking care of them and stuff like that. Instead of having everything in one big binder, it's all kind of spread out. So as she's gotten into that and we've gone to the shows, it's just like, oh, like that's fun. And it kind of just started with like, she picked up a couple cards that were kind of like, oh, these would be like fun. And then
these are like your vibe kind of thing.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, I will cherish this forever. And now it's becoming a thing.
Yeah. And I think I got like my first like pack. I don't know. Shoot, it was only like a month and a half ago. It feels like it's been longer.
It'd have to be longer because I went to the show with you guys.
Yeah. So
summer?
Like, yeah, I've been going to the shows and learning, but I didn't really start like getting like my own cards.
Oh, maybe you
up
didn't
until about.
Did you not buy the first show we went to?
And I maybe did. Like I may have either like either got a card for Jenna or just like grabbed one that's like, oh, this is cool.
This is the
I
one
did
she'd
grab
like,
a
yeah.
Gengar card at like the very first one that we went to. Not know anything. I was like, oh, $8 for a Gengar card? Sure. Like, whatever.
Practically stealing it.
Yeah, I'm practically stealing this. But yeah, I didn't really start like kind of getting cards for myself up until kind of like mid-October or so. We had gone out to go see some family and stopped at what is it? It's like Legacy or something like that. It's some sort of like antique place that's both in Hutch and in Wichita. Okay. But Galactic Plastic had like a little booth there, and so I got like a pack of like the Korean like 151, and something else. I was like, oh yeah, this is kind of fun. I'll start picking up some, and I grabbed a binder when I was there, so I just started like kind of putting stuff in there. So I've grabbed quite a few since then, but I don't know. I like the kind of weird looking ones. And so kind of my thing is like, I'll fill out like the couple small binders that I have. And I have like kind of like an overflow is like, if I get a pack that I'm like, I don't want all these cards like in that binder, I kind of put like some extras in over there, setting some stuff aside. But yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah. It's been nice to like get to know a little bit more about it so that like I'm less, like when she is talking about things, I pick up more on it now. I'm like, oh, okay. Like I get it now. Yeah.
I mean, it's been going on. I've been playing it since day one. The games came out anyway. So since the games released in America, I have been playing Pokemon. So
yeah, we thought it would be fun sometime if we keep doing this to have you like show us how to actually play. Cause I don't know.
I have played on the game like here and yeah, I probably could. I'll have to relearn.
We got like a couple of those like little battle decks that you get from Walmart that kind of has like the
everything you need,
like essentials for it. And I was like, yeah that'd be fun.
It's pretty simple. They've simplified it. Like they've kind of cut out some of the like. There's still the typings, but they've for like in terms of like cards and playing the cards, they've simplified that. And then there's some apps that I have played on. Trading card game on my phone. Yeah, I'll have to kind of like relearn it a little bit. But yeah,
that'd be fun sometime. But yeah, I've really enjoyed that.
Good. I was interested because I mean, I've gone to a couple of shows with you guys, and it's just been fun. Like. Just seeing you learn all these things that I've already kind of like know, like I learned this way back in the day.
Yeah,
it's really cool to see it like somebody else experiencing it and being like, and that's why we love it.
Yeah,
and that's why we're here. Like me and Jenna are here now. Welcome to the club.
Yeah, I didn't. I think that's all I had. Other than I put that I have ADHD.
Did you go to a doctor and actually like? Not that you have to. I know you would. I want to say for most of my adult life with you, and I'm talking about adult life after 21, I thought you've always kind of thought you had it.
Yeah.
Or you're always kind of like, I believe I have this. I haven't gone to look at, like, actually get it.
Yeah.
addressed.
Someone had like kind of mentioned it to me way back in the day when I think when I first started at Starbucks and like had kind of mentioned like, oh yeah, some of the warning signs of people with ADHD that don't get diagnosed with it, like when they move out of like their like either parents' house or like kind of whatever structure they have, they're not going to school and there's less things regulating their day, then they struggle to like stay organized themselves. And I was like, kind of rings true. I really don't have much structure in my life.
Yeah.
And that just kind of sat around for a long time.
Yeah.
I would see things both in like what other people would share and, you see stuff online and more and more things kind of over time kind of were like ringing true. But it was also kind of, especially over the last few years, at times where I had to like make a lot of changes to be more organized. So in some ways, like, I've made a lot of strides in kind of being aware of what my weaknesses are and compensating for those. And then by the time I got to an actual like psychiatrist, because it's like I was doing therapy with Starbucks, and they're like, yeah, you. At first, I thought maybe it was like bipolar, because I was like, I just get mood swings. Sometimes I'm like here, and other times like I just feel down here, and I have no idea why. But a lot of the other stuff that I talked about was like, no, I think you might have ADHD and you're depressed because like you haven't dealt with that. And I was like, oh, maybe so. So on my like actual ADHD like test and all the stuff that I did, the self-assessment one, I didn't score as if I had it on there, but a lot of it again was stuff that like I've made a lot of work on myself to not forget certain things. But what I did score low on was like hearing and just being able to like process stuff like auditorially. Struggles. And also I'm gonna go see an audiologist because I think I'm actually like might just be losing my hearing too.
I had to take a hearing test for my job up north, and my high frequency hearing is kaputting.
Yeah, and I know I didn't do any favors with, you know, when we were in bands and stuff like that, and then, you know, like working at Starbucks for all this time and having a headset on one ear and always having to like crank it up, you know, when people are quiet. But on top of that, more so it's just like I've always kind of struggled as like people do talk to me to like be present, to listen, to process what they're saying, and then have like an appropriate response. It takes a lot of mental energy for me to lock in because I'm usually just kind of somewhere else. So being aware of that, I did a lot of work with just like general like meditation and learning to observe my thoughts and not get caught up in them as much. But I just recently started taking like a real low dose of, it's like a generic for the generic of Adderall.
Right. So you're not like a zombie or anything.
Yeah. Because I was like, I've never done this before. So I'm just taking like the smallest dose that they can give. So far, it's done good. Like it just, the way I describe it is thoughts feel a little bit more round and less pointy. So they can kind of bounce by without intruding as much. I can still get lost in thought, but it's kind of easier to pull myself out. And if I'm in a situation where I know I didn't need to concentrate, it's a little bit easier for me to kind of be like, lock in, listen to what Benji's saying. I know your tendency is to be thinking about something else, but stop, be here.
Right.
So still sometimes thinking of knowing that that's going on can still cause some confusion, but it's easier for me to be here.
Nice.
Yeah. And that's just where that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I know we've talked a lot about like different like mental health things, so like don't be afraid to just talk about them. I know neither of us are experts on anything.
Go to therapy.
If you can, you probably should go to therapy and just talk about stuff.
You should go to therapy for like a month. Just once every couple of years. At the very least. Just talk about your feelings. And talk to your therapist for a little bit. And if you don't like them, start a new therapist.
Go to another one.
Find another one.
Yeah.
It's okay. And goodbye.
Well, thanks for sticking around with us here at the...
Sorry, we're just a couple of yappers.
Whatever this is for two beans.
So anyway, speaking about yapping.
Well, thanks for being here with us. And we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.